Welcome back to the news at 10. To our community report tonight, leaders and members of at least 4 communities in Etsako East local government area of Edo State are calling for the cleanup of their communities due to an oil spill. The communities say the spill was caused by the effect of a vandalized pipeline in Oguda community in Kogi State, which conveys products from Warri to Kaduna. They're also demanding compensation from the federal government because source of livelihood has been gravely compromised.
Uzanu, Igiode, Amuge, Ogirigan communities in Etsako East local government area are agrarian communities drawing their economic sustenance from the river Niger and other streams connected to it. The calm in these communities has been disrupted following a spill of 150 barrels of crude from a pipeline in Oguda community in Kogi State, which in Ogirigan community was noticed during a recent rainfall.
That is somehow like, oh yeah, or when I do appear on the top of the water, that you can even see visible.
Community leaders take us to their farm to see the effect on their crops.
There's no land for me to farm. Anybody that I beg land, he said no, that what of my land? I say anything that I plant, both cocoa, they are there before they die.
The pipeline conveying products are exposed, which makes it easier for vandals to target.
That we have many places like this where these pipelines are exposed, but unfortunately these places are not motorable.
The trip to communities in Uzanu and Igiode clans require a boat ride on the river Niger from Agenebode, and the effect of the spill is very visible.
Oh yeah, it does scatter our farm. Nothing, we just day here, hungry, they beat us, no sea fish to cook.
To drink water, unless we from here go Bode, we go buy water before we go drink water.
From Ogberaya, we make our way to Ibechi Lake, a major source of livelihood for these communities, and there is no change to the story.
Let the government help my community to compare the PPMC officials to do the destiny to compensate us.
Very many of us were not happy at all. So we want to appeal to government as quickly as possible to please come to our aid.
The lawmaker representing Etsako East local constituency, Kinsley Ugabi, reiterates his call for intervention.
A lot of things are happening to them. They don't have food. They're going through what the degradation the spill would have caused. They also don't have water to drink. Just everything happening to them. But I think the governor is on top of the matter.
Responding, the Director General of the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency says a cleanup of the spill has been initiated, but cannot guarantee compensation for the affected communities.
When there is an infraction, or any kind of attack on the pipeline network or structure by third party, like vandal sabotage, usually there's no compensation because we believe that it's a willful act. But we also realize that in most cases, the people who did this may not come from those communities.
With no hope of possible compensation, these communities will have to bear the brunt of the action of others unless there is an exception to the rule.
The Nigerian Navy shipyard Pathfinder has handed vessels suspected to be involved in illegal maritime activities to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Rivers State. This comes after about 4 months of arrests and preliminary investigation of the Cotonou boats containing unspecified amounts of the suspected illegally refined automated gas oil. While given assurance of renewed vigor in the fight against oil theft and other maritime crimes, the executive officer of the NNS Pathfinder, Captain Victor Choji, commended the synergy between the Navy and the EFCC.
In line with the strategic directives of the Chief of the Naval Staff to rid Rivers State's maritime space of all forms of criminalities, one of the patrol elements of the Nigerian Navy ship Pathfinder deployed for
anti-crude oil, thefts and illegal bunkering patrol intercepted a vessel, empty prey, and 5 wooden boats, otherwise referred to as Cotonou boats, laden with about 409,399 liters of suspected illegally refined AGO at Eagle Island. 11 suspects were also arrested. The suspect, the vessels, and the Cotonou boats have been in our custody for preliminary investigation.
And now to the arts. Oluwamoda's installations have been displayed in many galleries across the world, expressing the very best of modern African sensibility. He's a sculptor and mixed media artist who has emerged as a leading voice in the contemporary arts community in Nigeria. Art Review tonight takes a look at his latest exhibition in Lagos, titled Index Season 2.
Art 21 Gallery opens its doors to receive its renowned media artist Oluwamoda, who brings his latest body of works to display in an exhibition titled Index Series 2. These works took about 2 years to create as he tries to use his pieces to discuss the political crisis which he feels pervades the world today.
For the past 2 exhibitions, I've been trying to deal with issues of migration, migrants, and also deal with the issue of privacy within public space. So that theme is still running true. A lot of people who travel to the UK, to America, or to Europe, they go by boat, and of course, most people do not see that as one of those routes that take people out there. So it falls within the same theme area thing that I'm dealing with, yes.
In Amoda's sculptures, he uses found objects to make figurative and abstract installations. The viewer can notice rusty nails, metal plates, bolts, pipes and more, all welded together to create figures and over-bloated forms.
I'm trying to investigate where that nail comes from, how it was produced, who used it, and each nail that you extract has different reaction from the crowbar. You might have about 5 nails holding the furniture. You try to extract 3, the 3 will come out with ease. The 3rd one or 4th one will resist you. And these are things that I find interesting about using those materials.
Beyond the materials he uses and the way he has aesthetically pieced them together, the message this artist passes every time he exhibits is very key. He uses all this to explore some socio-political issues playing out in the country and the world. So he creates metal sculptures that evoke the changing colors of the 4 seasons, which is a reflection of the different stages a country goes through. At some point, there's always a deep divide, and this artist wonders why the gap has suddenly become so wide.
Governor Abiola Ajimobi today performed the coronation of 22 new kings for Ibadan, the state capital, at Mapo Hall. The monarch's 9 new second class and 13 third class have effectively broken the monopoly of the Olubadan of Ibadan, who has been the only monarch serving the entire city since 1957. The present Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Saliu Ogunguniso, I and the former governor of the state, Rashid Ladoja, were conspicuously absent at the coronation ceremony. Governor Ajimobi urged the new monarchs to steer clear of partisan politics, while some of the new monarchs said they were confident that their coronation will foster a better understanding of the grassroots.
I wish to say categorically that we are not changing this. We are not changing tradition. We are not changing the culture of Ibadan. Rather, we are elevating. We are elevating the exalted position of the Olubadan of Ibadan as the imperial majesty of Ibadan. We are elevating. We are consolidating. And we are promoting the Olubadan in the council.
This thing has happened in every part of Yoruba land except Ibadan. We are fighting very hard and looking forward to the creation of an Ibadan state. We will have one Oba in Ibadan state if we get it. Go to Lagos, go to Egba land, go to Ijebu land. There are several Obas. Ibadan is an exception. And to our own disadvantage, it shouldn't be like that. Nothing is happening to Ibadan's structure except the nomenclature and the wearing of the crown. What does it matter?
For over 4 years now, residents of Bauchi State have been advocating the relocation and upgrade of the Bauchi State Federal Prison Yard. Residents are concerned the facility is located at the city centre, surrounded by residents and commercial activities. This report x-rays the security implication of the prison's location and the clamour for an upgrade of the prison because of congestion issues.
A police vehicle drives into the Bauchi Federal Prison. Plainclothes policemen are bringing the newest inmates. It is not clear if these inmates have been convicted by a court or are awaiting trial. However, the Bauchi Federal Prison will be their place of abode for now. The Bauchi Federal Prison was established in 1820 under the control of the Emir. In April 1968, the federal government took over the running of the prison from the native authority. The prison was originally intended to cater for 500 people, but presently there are 1,145 inmates, out of which 250 have been convicted and are serving jail sentences, while the remaining 895 are awaiting trial. The facility is clearly overstretched and raises concerns over the problem of congestion.
You can see that the population of awaiting trial inmates is almost 5 or 6 times, higher than that of the convicted inmate. And, since we have this problem, we are lucky that there was no outbreak of any kind of disease in the prison.
We do get delay in either of the two places, either in the police investigation or in the Ministry of Justice before advice is proffered. Now, this is the main problem, the main reason why we have prison congestion as far as awaiting trial are concerned.
The Bauchi State Federal Prison is located in the middle of the capital city, opposite the Central Mosque and close to the Emir's Palace. This facility was once a target of Boko Haram insurgents who attacked the prison in 2010. This incident continues to raise security concerns, and residents are asking government to relocate the prison away from the city centre.
That location did not allow for good activities of the security agents. They are mixed with this populace, and so you hardly know when evil one is coming among them. If it's sighted to a location where it's isolated, for example, you easily pick an enemy that is coming.
It appears that the state government is beginning to heed the call for the prison to be relocated, with the recent approval of land for a proposed site for a maximum security prison facility. But the building and completion of the prison facility will require commitment on the part of the federal government for the vision to be realized.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Nigeria's The Tigers dethroned Senegal to emerge champions of the 2017 FIBA Women's Afrobasket in Mali. Please stay with us.